Well, good day. This is the intro to the Word 2007 interface. The Word 2007 interface looks something like this, and there are 6 things that I want to tell you about in this short tutorial. We'll talk about the ribbon, we'll talk about the context tabs, we'll talk about the mini toolbar, the quick access toolbar, the zoom slider, and finally we'll look at the office button. So, let's get started. Well, this is the Word 2007 interface, and up here across the top, this is called the ribbon. And the ribbon is made up of tabs. Each tab has a different set of commands on it. The Home tab, the Insert tab, the Page Layout tab, every single tab has different commands on it. And the commands are grouped together in something called groups. Here's the Page Setup group. Here's the Themes group. Here's the Page Background group. And every tab has commands, and commands are all put in groups. Some of the command groups have a Windows dialog box launcher button. It's this little tiny button with an arrow pointing down. When you give it a click, you get a new dialog box that has to do with that group. Not all commands could fit on buttons, and so some of the commands are hidden under these dialog box launchers. Not all groups have a dialog box launcher. For instance, Zoom here on the View tab doesn't have a dialog box launcher. If the ribbon's in your way and it's taken up a lot of space on your screen, you can hide the ribbon by double-clicking any tab. If you double-click a tab, the ribbon will go away and you'll be able to see more of your document. To get the ribbon to come back, you just double-click any tab, maybe this one, and your ribbon will come right back. Sometimes you'll get new tabs to appear if you're working on something special. For instance, if you were to click on this picture, you would get the new Picture Tools tab, and this one says Format. And on this format you'll have things to do with your picture. These are commands that are not usually available unless you're working on a picture. For instance, you might change the picture shape maybe to a triangle, and you might change the text wrapping, maybe look at more wrapping choices, layout options it says. Maybe I'll make it tight and right only, and OK. So these commands are only available when you're working on a picture. If I click off of the picture, then the context tab will go away. If I click, for instance, in this table, I will get the Table Tools tabs. There's one for design and there's one for layout. And I can change the table design because I'm in a table. If you're not in a table, then you can't change a table. So maybe I'll change it to something like that, or maybe I'll change it to something like this, until I get the one I like. Maybe this one, that's fine enough for me. When I click out of the table, then that context tab will be gone. Let's zoom in and take a good look at this document. I'll click on View and then I'll click on 100%. I will highlight this little line in the document and I will find the, oh, there it is. Look at that, context sensitive mini toolbar. So I think I'll just do italics right here. That way I don't have to keep jumping up to the ribbon all the time. Let's do another sentence. Maybe I'll go up to this one and I'll highlight this sentence, and then I'll go up to the mini toolbar and I can change the font. Maybe I'll change it to Arial font. That'd be fine. Maybe Arial Narrow. That looks pretty good. I give it a click and then poof, my document has changed by using that mini toolbar. See, I could have come up here, but there is a little mini toolbar. Sometimes that's useful. Sometimes it's a bit annoying to have to go to the right tab to find your stuff, and maybe you want your command to be available to you no matter what tab you're on. For instance, maybe I want to change from one page to 100%, and I do that quite a bit. And every time I want to change the view, I have to go click on the View tab to find it. Wouldn't it be nice if these buttons that I use often were available all the time? Even if I'm on the Home tab, I could still see those 2 buttons. Or maybe if I'm in the Insert tab, I could always see those buttons that I use a lot. Well, you can do that with this part up here, called the Quick Access Toolbar. The Quick Access Toolbar is available no matter what tab is chosen. To get a command up on the Quick Access Toolbar, all you do is right-click it, like this, and it says Add to the Quick Access Toolbar. Give it a click, and there it is. There's my 100%. I'll do the same thing to this one page. I'll give it a right-click, Add to the Quick Access Toolbar. And now, no matter what tab I'm on, commands that I often use are available all the time. I might do that for the spell checker. I'll give it a right click and add it to the Quick Access Toolbar. No matter what tab I'm on, I can always use these commands. 100% or back to one page. Now it's time to save your document, and there is no button on any command of any tab for saving. That's hidden up here in the Office button. It looked like a little circle that was just a decoration, but it's not a decoration at all. It's the Office button. You give it a click and it has some very familiar commands like save and print and maybe open up a new document. When you rest over the commands, sometimes it'll give you more choices. For instance, when you sit on print, it'll say, do you want to do a regular print, or do you want to do a quick print, or maybe you just want to do a print preview. Let's click the title bar and we'll go look at that zoom slider. There's the title bar. Give it a click, and the zoom slider's down here. This is where you can change the view as well. You can slide it to the right or slide it to the left and zoom in on things, or whoa, that's pretty big, or slide it back over, maybe all the way down so you can see your document. Whoa, now that's pretty tiny. That's probably why I use my that's why I use my 100%, or I use my one page. Well, those were the 6 things we wanted to talk about. We learned about the ribbon and the context tabs, the many toolbars available, the quick access toolbar, the zoom slider, and the Office button. That's about all there is to it.